Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Overcoming Graduation with Brian Drury, a show where I work to teach you everything I wished I'd known about life to help you graduate to the next level in your own. Today is another installment of the Morning Commute, where I take my drive to work in the morning to tell you something small, short, meaningful, and valuable. Small in size or time, but could be huge for changing your life. Some new concept, idea, or lesson that I've learned, that I've seen, that I've read, that I can give to you in just a couple minutes in the morning that can hopefully help kick off your day on the right foot. Now, today's morning commute is actually all about that, kicking things off on the right foot. And today's episode, we're going to talk about when things don't go to plan. Because as I'm recording this, it is not my work week. This is my weekend. This is Saturday. Now, it's also not Saturday morning. So my plan was to get up at around 8:30 this morning, get started with a workout, and then get into my day. Lots of plans for the day, lots of things going on. Got invited to a beach bonfire in the evening. Want to get some things knocked out before I get there. But started my day with snoozing the alarm, turning it off, and then, whoops, thought I would wake up just a little bit later, and 10:47 rolls around, and that's when I'm actually getting out of bed. And so we had a game night at our apartment, had a bunch of friends over, stayed up late. Okay, drank a little bit. Okay, set the alarm. Going to start my day off right. Okay, and here we are. My day really started more like 11 o'clock. Got to the gym, took care of my workout, which is good. I find that my days go much better when I kick things off with activity and exercise. Some form of physical movement. Doesn't have to be intense, just some form, even if it's a walk, just a walk outside, just some deep breathing. That can be all I need to really kick the day off on a good foot. Something I learned when I was injured and wasn't able to do my more intense workouts. Don't get me wrong. I love my intense HIIT and Tabata workouts, lifting heavy weights. I love those things, but I've learned that I don't need them in order to get the results that I'm looking for. So the day didn't go as planned. It didn't start as planned. And there's a lot of things that I want to work on, especially for mine and John's upcoming event, which you'll hear about in just about every one of these morning commutes, because I'm recording them leading up to the event. It's kind of a live look into what it's like to create a live event and then what steps you need to take to put it into effect. So there's lots of things I want to get done there. There's things I want to do for my business. There's things that I want to work on. And what I found in my life is that when I spend too much time not working on what I believe is my purpose, and my purpose of helping people find the beauty in life, helping them find the beauty in who they are, in their identity, in the messages that they have to share with the world. If I have too much time away from that, even if I'm doing other things that I love, I feel off and I feel out of balance. Because even if it's spending time with an incredible girl and going on dates and having amazing times with her, even if it's time with friends, laughing, playing games, going to the beach, those are all great, wonderful, beautiful things, and they're super important. But when they take over completely, there's an aspect of me that feels like I'm not contributing the way I want to, that I'm not bringing the value that I'm meant to the world, that I'm holding back in some way, or I'm playing into what's comfortable versus continuing to push out of my comfort zone, which is what I work to do and what I work to challenge people to do, because what I have found is by studying the incredible people who have achieved the things, many of the things I want to in my life and who I look up to, who I emulate, that they had to do things differently. They couldn't allow themselves to get comfortable. They had to be self-motivated to a point. They had to hire coaches and mentors to motivate them to a point. So with all of these things, the big question is, when things don't go to plan, how do you respond? So a part of me just said, fuck it, I don't feel like it. I'm not in a good mood. I had bad dreams at night, didn't sleep well. And I'm going, what the fuck? What could have happened here when really, all right, you had alcohol, more alcohol than you normally have, and you had something basically right before bed. That never has helped you sleep well. You know what you're doing, Brian. It's kind of taking ownership. It's like, okay, we're eating chips and little snack foods. I did good with my commitment to stay away from sugary sweets and stuff, any kind of pastry, cookie, candy, any of that. But still, I'm eating junk food. So my body's going to have a response there, and eating later. There's all these things. It's like, Brian, you shouldn't be surprised that you're feeling this way in the morning, but you also shouldn't let the emotional state dictate how you live. Or the energy level. Oh, it's lower than expected, so I'm not going to do what I want to do. That shouldn't be the driver and the determiner of whether or not I do the things I want to in my life. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it is. But many other times, the best times, are when my commitment to do what I want to do is greater than the emotional state or the energy level. That I'm doing what I can to improve my energy level, to improve my emotional state, to put myself in the most balanced place. But even when it's not, it's one of those shitty days where everything feels heavy and dark and you feel exhausted, that I still work towards what are the things that I really believe I'm meant to do. So when things don't go to plan, here's what most people do. They say, all right, you know what? I'm getting back in shape. It's happening for real this time. And this big hype pep talk happens and they go, I'm going to work out an hour a day every day. That's the first way that they're setting themselves up to fail, is by setting an overly large commitment to try and make things happen faster than they should. So we'll cover that more in a second. They go, I'm going to work out for an hour a day, every day, nonstop. And they don't set a time-bounded end goal. So for 3 months, I'm going to do P90X. There's no specificity to it. So now it's like I just have to commit and use willpower to do this thing for the rest of my life. There's another flawed goal-setting technique. So then they start to do it. They try to do it. And again, the operative word being try. They go, all right, I'm going to do it. And the first day they go in, they post about it on social media. They go, gym grind, hashtag gym life, hashtag gym hair, hashtag, oh my God, like really just kind of doing the social display because they want the affirmation that people recognize them for going to the gym. Not even if they could literally just take a bunch of selfies of them sitting at different machines in the gym, do zero work, and people would be like, oh, look at you, yeah, get it, do ya, on your grind, all that bullshit, right? So then, all right, they go good for a couple days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even 3. But at some point, something's going to fall off where they woke up late, the gym was closed, there was something that came that was unexpected. Most people go, well, if I can't do my full hour workout, then there's no point. If I can't do my morning workout and it doesn't fit my plan, well, then I'm not going to make time for it because it's not enough of a priority to push out other things. Like, well, I need my decompression time when I come home. Decompress with some yoga. Don't use, oh, well, I normally watch Netflix when I get home. Have you normally been in shape? Have you normally gotten the physical results that you want? No? Well, then it's time to change some of those behaviors. And also, don't underestimate the value of small chunks of time dedicated on a repeated, consistent basis. Because for most of the past 3 to 4 years, my workouts consisted of 20 to 30 minute short workouts with little to no equipment all over the world in all different time zones. And I've been able to get into some of the best shape of my life in spite of surgeries, in spite of unpredictable food and diet, all with small little efforts. Sometimes it was 10 minutes. And I was like, it's better. I would rather you do 5 push-ups every day than try to do a 4-hour workout one day a week. You're like, well, Brian, who the fuck are you? It's like, well, I'm a person who's talked to a lot of people who know what they really are talking about when it comes to health and fitness, and I know what's works for me. Because if you build that habit, you do 5 minutes a day every day, eventually you're going to be like, you know what? I'm succeeding. You're having positive affirmations that you're creating yourself, that you can do this, that you're showing yourself subconsciously through action that you can and will change your behaviors towards this thing. And then now your subconscious starts to buy in and go, wait, no, we're really shifting this. The beliefs can start to shift at that point too, if you choose to redefine them. And you go, you know what? I like this. I feel good about it. I'm doing good. I want to do more. Like, all right, I lost a pound or 2, but I really want to lose 5. So what do I need to do? Maybe I'll ramp it up to 10 minutes a day. Because that consistency is what makes the difference. Think about it. If you brushed your teeth every day for 2 minutes a day, you'd probably never have a cavity. You brush it morning and night, 1 minute to 2 minutes every day. I've done that for years. Haven't had a cavity in years. So ever since I was a little kid, ever since I had my baby teeth, I've never had a cavity in my adult teeth. And I'm not brushing, doing the most elaborate routines in the world to keep my teeth clean. Sometimes I floss, sometimes I don't. But that consistency works. But if you just tried to brush your teeth one day a week for 40 minutes, you're not going to get the same results. It's the same thing where people hear their dentist appointments coming up, and for that 1 week, they try to really, really clean their teeth and clean out all the plaque and all the stuff that's built up over the years, and then ignore it basically the rest of the year. Just fall back into the old habits and patterns. So when things don't go to plan, a powerful question is not, well, most people don't even ask any question. Or the questions are poor questions or disempowering questions of, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? How did you fuck this up again? Why did you mess this up? Why do you keep doing this to yourself? And as we know with questions, as we've talked about a lot on this show, your brain will find answers. Your brain will go, okay, well, let's look for proof of when you fucked up before. Let's look for validation of this question. You wanted an answer to the question. You asked me the question, Brian, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Well, maybe is it feelings of inadequacy or being not enough? And then we go deeper and deeper and deeper into it. It's like, well, why do I feel like that? And we wonder why our internal dialogue stays negative when all of the questions we ask are negative. And guys, you realize, I really want you to see the reason I share these messages, the reason that I talk about a specific topic on a given day is it's what I need to hear. Like today, I'm reminding myself, I am expressing the reminder that I need right now in the hopes that it helps you as well. Because what I'm doing now, it's like, okay, got my workout done? Great. Took care of that? Awesome. Got myself a healthy meal. First meal was right around noon because stayed in bed all morning. But healthy meal, great. I'm staying on track there. All right, you know what? I want some caffeine. I'm going to go to Starbucks, get my almond milk latte, which is one of my favorite ways to start the day. Get that, drive home, because there's a Starbucks just a few minutes down the road, and get working on things. Pick a couple things that I want to knock out today and get them done. And then, honestly, I put in a good couple hours. I can still go to the beach bonfire tonight and hang out with my Brazilian friends. But I know if I just said, fuck it, I'll just go to the beach, I would enjoy myself. Don't get me wrong, but a part of me would be like, Brian, that there's something that needs to be done. Like, if you really want to change people's lives, you got to put the work in. And so I'm going to put in the work. I'm in the process of putting in the work right now. And I want everyone to see that when it doesn't go to plan, here's a more empowering way to face it. When it doesn't go the way you expected, what can I do right now? What can I do instead? The gym's closed. Great. I'll go for a run. The gym's closed. Great. I will do burpees, bodyweight squats, push-ups, and lunges right outside the gym, and even do some crunches or some planks or some mountain climbers, get my abs involved. Hell, if you want to get on the ground, do some Supermans too and get the rest of your core, get your lower back. There's always a way. I had a great conversation with a friend recently where she was wondering why she hadn't taken action on updating her resume and her LinkedIn for a job opportunity that came up. And she was like, yeah, I procrastinated. I don't know. I've had weeks and it seems really cool and I want to apply and see where it would go, but I just haven't. And so we talked about it. And I said, because I've been through something very similar recently. And I said, why do you think you didn't do it? And she goes, I don't know. Maybe it was just, I don't know. Maybe it was that I was afraid to, or like I was telling myself it was going to be hard, or that I was afraid of change. And I said, honestly, I know her pretty well. I'm like, I would say that's it. Because it's really funny when we go, like, she has said, she's like, I know I don't want to stay where I'm at. I don't feel like there's as much opportunity to grow. Like, this role and this city aren't right for me. And this other job would be a great role and a much better city and fit for her. So here's the really interesting thing. We go, I want this, I want change, I want something. But when it comes knocking on your door, your mind goes, holy fuck, that's big and different, and that's a lot of change, and that's scary. So let's just numb and desensitize and distract and try to pull your attention away so that we don't risk anything. So that we don't put ourselves in dangers, what the brain thinks it is. But really, if we never risk anything, we never put ourselves out there in any way, we will never experience anything beyond what we currently know today. And so I said to her, I said, would you like me to help you keep that commitment of getting your resume updated because she went back, talked to her friend, and turns out the role had already been filled. And it was still open 3 weeks ago, but the company moved quick and they picked somebody up. And she was kind of kicking herself. I said, what can you do right now? Because a quote that I love is, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So I said, what could you do right now? And she goes, I could update my LinkedIn and my resume. And she goes, I've been just giving myself a lot of bullshit, basically, that it's going to take a while. I said, great. When do you want to do that by? And she said, well, tomorrow I've got all day meetings, so I won't be able to do it then. And then I'm driving to a couple hours to another city for a friend's wedding, and so I'll be on that all Saturday. But notice what the response was. I asked her, when can you do it? I'm already blanking on the question I just said a second ago, but essentially what I asked her was, okay. The question was, what can you do right now? And she immediately started listing why she can't do it, which is what we do most of the time. This is not like unique to her. This is extremely prevalent. We all do this. So I said, what can you do right now? And she's like, well, I could get it prepped. Great answer. How? When? When do you want to do it by? And then we start creating all these reasons why we can't. I said, okay, what are you doing on lunch the next 2 days? And she's like, I hadn't thought of that. And I was like, where can you create time? And then she goes, you know what? If I'm not driving, I'm going to be like, just a passenger in the car on this 4-hour drive. If I just did a mobile hotspot, I could actually do it in the car. I was like, great. And she goes, I love this. And I love seeing those texts, and I love hearing people say that, because it's just the realization of how much time there really is when you're looking to create it, when you're looking to take full advantage of the time that you have. So instead of going, I can't do it, and instead of me going, well, fuck this and fuck my dreams, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make the time right now. I'm gonna do this thing. And if I'm not getting the results I want in terms of waking up or getting my day started, how can I modify for next time? When the question comes, what can I do right now, and where can I create time to do it? What can I do right now, and where can I create time to do it? Those two questions can massively change your life if you're willing to use them, and use them for your own good. Use them to bring you to things that are empowering. Use them for things that bring you closer to your goals, not further. And so when you ask yourself questions, you'll be amazed. Empowering questions, you'll be amazed what your mind will come back. Your mind and heart, they're going to work together, and they're going to go, hey, we got something for you, and we think you're really going to like it. So when things don't go to plan, what can you do right now, and where can you create time to do it? And get real creative, guys, because life is just one big fucking beautiful experiment where we're just mixing different beakers and trying different things out. We're putting this emulsion into this machine. I'm just going to use science words. And then the periodic table, we're looking at it and we're referencing that so that you get the picture. We're constantly experimenting. We're constantly playing. We're constantly trying out new things. So where can you use that to your advantage? What can you do today? What can you do right now? And where can you make time to do the things that you really want to do in your life? Thank you guys for listening to this Saturday morning commute. Probably won't be listening to it on a Saturday, but that's when I'm recording it. And I want to remind everyone about our upcoming event, Beyond Belief, co-hosted by myself and Jonathan Fischer, who is a master practitioner and trainer of NLP and hypnosis. The two of us will be hosting this event at City Garage in Santa Monica on June 30th, 2018 from 8:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is going to be a day where we help you play, love, laugh your way to a life that is beyond belief in health, wealth, and relationships. We don't believe in just focusing on one area, because we know how you do anything is how you do everything. We want to empower you to bring up and level up all areas of your life, knowing that at times certain things are going to take priority over the others. But we want to help you be able to recognize when things are falling out of balance so you can course correct as quickly as possible, have fun doing it, and live the life beyond your dreams. Not just what you've dreamt of, but so far beyond, it's so much greater. So we'd love to have you there. If you are interested in attending and transforming your life and joining us for a day for $47 only. Something that John and I both said, we know we could and should charge a lot more for these events, but we want to make this event accessible. We want people to be able to come. We want individuals who couldn't normally afford or wouldn't normally afford pay for and invest in the hundreds or thousands of dollars tickets to events that John and I bought multiple times over, all over the place. We want you to experience that kind of magic and see what these events can bring and what these communities can bring to your life. So for $47 only, that's a nice dinner. But barely any kind of it's like most of you listening to this wouldn't even feel that dent. They wouldn't even feel it at all. And the value you're going to get back is going to be immeasurable. If you don't walk away having already started taking steps and with perspective shifts that can change your life, if you don't walk away from our event with that, we will refund the full cost of the ticket, 100% back, no questions asked. If you don't get that massive value, we haven't done our job. And trust me, we will do our job and we will over deliver on the value. Multiples and multiples of what the actual financial investment is. But you give us that time and we promise we will do everything in our power to give you the transformational life shift you need to live a life that is beyond belief. Thank you all for listening today. I love you guys. Click in the show notes for the link to purchase your ticket to Beyond Belief, or visit overcominggraduation.com and click the link right up top. It's going to be the first thing you see at the top of the screen. Click Buy Tickets Now, and it'll take you to the webpage to fill out your information, purchase your ticket so you can confirm your seat for Beyond Belief. We got 48 seats. We want to fill every single one of them, and we're going to make sure that you get your ticket before they are sold out. So please, if you are interested, if you are ready, even if you're not ready, even if you're a little scared, trust us, trust me, and know that we will do everything in our power to give you that transformation. And really, guys, the biggest risk that you take, because 100% money back guarantee, is, hey, maybe you come, and maybe you just have a day where you laugh and have a good time and smile. And a lot of people would say that's well worth the price of admission. But we're going to take you so much further than just that. And we want to take you on that ride and invite you along with us. So I love you guys. Thank you all for listening, and I will talk to you again real soon.